Here's how to install the newest version of the Pokemon and now Yu-Gi-Oh! Mod for TCG Card Shop Simulator. There are some slight differences for the installation and configuration in version 5, although a lot is similar to the previous install steps. The mod on Nexus Mods will have everything needed listed in the requirements dropdown, so be sure to download the correct versions and patches of each prerequisite, or the mod will not work correctly. This version now includes the choice of SD or HD card art, and you can download whichever file suits your needs best. With the sizes of each, you can expect the HD file to take at least 1 hour to download, while the SD version should be about half that. In addition to your preference of those, you will need to download the real TCG Overhaul 5.1. If you happen to already install 5.0, the only difference is something we will change in the BepInEx configuration, so no worries. For each mod, select Manual Download and then Slow Download, unless you pay Nexus for fast downloads. Remember that the card expansion mod requires both the 1.8.5 mod file and the minor patch 2 file. You will not need the first patch. Once these are all downloaded, we can open Steam. If you have already installed older versions of this mod, we will need to do a clean install to prevent conflicts. If you're installing this for the first time, skip ahead to the timestamp listed. Right-click the game, select Manage, then browse Local Files. This will take you to the folder where the game is installed. Keep this window open, then return to Steam and do the same steps, but select Uninstall this time. When we return to the game folder, half the files will be missing, and we can manually delete the remaining files. Again, keep this open and go back to Steam. From your games library, install TCG Card Shop Simulator, and just to ensure all necessary files are created, open the game once it finishes installing. You can quit once you get to the title screen. You will need WinRAR or some other program that can extract contents from zipped files, and then go to the area where you downloaded all the mods to. To install the mods, you can extract the files directly to the file path of the game folder, or you can open the zipped mod file and simply drag and drop the contents into the game folder. The first mod will be BepInEx, and once this has been installed through your preferred method, open the game once again. You will know it installed correctly if you see the BepInEx menu when hitting F1. If this doesn't come up, click a non-button in the game and press F1 again and it should work. If not, something got installed wrong, so delete the files and try again. Once the BepInEx menu comes up, we can again close the game and proceed with the remaining mod installations. Next is Add New Cards mod, which will also go directly into the game folder. Texture Replacer goes in a different location. Open BepInEx in your game folder, then open Plugins and put the Texture Replacer contents there. Go back to the main game folder and then install the More Cards expansion mod, followed by the patch file for it, overwriting the files when it asks. The Overhaul mod is the next to be added, and this one takes a while to install. Again, replace files when prompted. The last mod to install is either the HD or SD card assets, whichever you decided on, and as usual, drop the contents into the main game folder. This will take the longest to install, but you're almost done. Go ahead and launch the game, and if you see the Pokemon menu, that's a good sign. If not, go back to the clean install and start again. Provided it was installed correctly, you can now press F1 to open the BepInEx menu so we can get the last bits set up. Art Expander should already be enabled, so nothing to change there. Under TCG Shop Expansion mod, enable everything except for custom images for cards on play tables. This should already be working due to Texture Replacer and should not need to be enabled to work properly. If you installed version 5.0 instead of 5.1, you will see Alpha 0 for the first 2 keybinds, and you can go ahead and hit clear next to these. Otherwise, you may experience lag anytime you type a 0 when ringing up a customer or pricing a card. Don't alter the last keybind unless you want it to be a different key, as this one will actually be used. In Texture Replacer, most boxes can be disabled. All we will keep on are the first few at the top above reload key. So full change cards, ghost change cards, normal change cards, and enabled. Then full show full image and show pixel glow. This last one adds a nice effect to the ghost cards, now renamed trainer cards. Once that's set, we can close the BepInEx menu and start up the game. Please note that it can seem like it's freezing while it loads the large amount of cards. Just give it a couple seconds and it will start back up and work without issue. Now that the store is loaded, we can see the Pokemon branding on the outside of the store, as well as Pokemon cards and packs. When the binder is organized by number, this will be in Pokédex order, which makes it a little easier to find your favorites. Speaking of finding your favorites, the packs are mostly organized by generation. Generations 1 through 3 will be in Scarlet and Violet packs, or in Temporal Forces for the versions of each card in the Destiny binder. Gens 4 through 6 will be in Paldea Evolved and Twilight Masquerade. Gen 7 and 8 will be in Obsidian Flames and Shrouded Fable, and Generation 9 will be in Paradox Rift and Stellar Crown. The exception to this is the first 121 Pokemon, which are spread relatively equally across each of the packs following the distribution of the base game's original cards. If there's a specific Pokemon you're looking for, your best bet is to compare their dex number to the Tetramon numbers on the TCG Card Shop Sim wiki and see what the rarity is. For example, Pikachu is number 25, and it correlates to Wormgole, which is basic, so Pikachu will be in the first packs for Normal and Destiny, so Scarlet and Violet and Temporal Forces. Machoke, meanwhile, would be in the Paradox Rift and Stellar Crown packs, as its base game counterpart Jackturn can be found in the Legendary packs. Just like the last version, the in-game prices are not going to correlate to real-world prices, so it will be completely normal to see a Legendary card priced low, or a very basic card priced high. As part of this update, the previously unused additional packs have now been converted into Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs, as well as the Ghost pack containing the Pokemon Trainer cards, and these packs can be found at the bottom of the stock order section of the phone. To view these cards when you have them, press U on your keyboard and you will hear a chime. Next time you open your binder and press F to sort, you will see purple buttons with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack names, and selecting each will take you to their respective binders. Another press of U, with a different sound indicator, will change it back to the blue buttons for Pokemon binders, and again, click these for the correct binders. So this should basically cover everything with the install process, and I hope this helped you get everything set up. If it doesn't look correct in your game, try deleting everything and starting over, and join the Discord server if you still need assistance. Please remember to endorse and support the mod creators, and happy gaming!